welcome back to the YouTube channel. Apologies for not posting for a while again. I've just been so busy. I've been flying abroad, not doing too much fishing to be fair. I've been in Tenerife, I've been in Zante with the boys, I've been on a few festivals. It's been good, enjoying life, but now I'm back on the bank and as you can see we're at Weston Pools, and you can probably hear that we're at Weston Pools. The GoPro's playing up, so we're on my phone, so hopefully the sound is alright. The iPhones tend to be alright, but there's a bit of background noise. We've got the aerators going as normal. Mike loves keeping the oxygen levels nice and high, which is fantastic, so we just have to talk nice and loud so you can hear me. So we're on the first day of the summer festival at Weston Pools. A lovely festival, there's 52 people on it. I absolutely adore the festivals here. Everyone's dead sound. There's great crack in the clubhouse after. You can stay on site, have a few pints. Your bait's here, the tackle shop's fully stocked, it's fantastic. So it's a nice way you can come away, have your tea here, you don't have to leave the fishery, it's fantastic. So day one, and I've gone to the Bag of Dreams, and I pulled out 6 on canal. So this is 6 on canal, it's the end peg today, not normally the end, but there's only 13 on the lake today, so a few less on the lake, take out a few pegs, so it's nice, that means I'm on the end peg. So straight away I'm thinking, right, I'm definitely going to catch them the edge later on. When you've got a bit of space on here, them big carp, it's full of carp this lake. As well as F1s, so I had that in my head. The other plan of attack, so shallow fishing obviously, it's summer, it's warm. I've took 6 pints of casters to my peg, loose fed them at 11 metres and down the edge. On the last festival, a few of the lads caught shallow down the edge, which is a tactic I don't always do on here, but I know it does work, especially when it's fishing well. There's a lot of cover in the edges, overhanging reeds. Loose fed some casters down there, and I had about 20-30 pound down there, sort of going into the last hour before I went down the edge. The rest of the day I just fished at 11 metres, just where I could loose feed my casters nice and comfortably. The best depth was about 18 inches deep, just with a little bulk of number 10s next to my hook length. 3-inch hook length, that's 0.13 end gauge. So at night, you don't have to go too strong. I'm only fishing blue hydro on here, so nice and soft. It's sound that for eyed and F1s. I've caught like probably 15-20 eyed as well today. Something nice and soft. 4-inch lash, so you're hitting all them bites. A lot of the fish today have just pulled the pole under, because they're feeding dead aggressively. But you know, just some about today, just everything wanted to be sat a bit deeper. I caught some fish at like 2 foot as well, and like on a deep jigger. So just bear that in mind, they don't always feed like 12, sort of 14-inch deep. Sometimes you have to go a little bit deeper for them. Just fished 16s SLWG with a little bait band. Super reliable hook, my go-to. It's all I order. Just got boxes and boxes full of 16s Super LWGs. Fantastic for shallow fishing, and that's it. 0.19 end gauge main line. I just like to fish 0.19. It means I can use my rigs again a few times. I don't think you sort of get any benefit from fishing lighter, personally. Just got it through a little short kit for the new Aventus poles. It's one of the little F1 kits, and a little puller kit on the end. But that's the shallow rig. I've had a few set up. Like there's just a little F1 shallow there. I've got rigs set from like sort of 10-inch right down to 2.5 foot, but like I said, 18-inch was about the best today. And I just fish shallow, I just loose fed nice and heavy, really positive and aggressive with casters, and they've come straight to it. It's been steady, just odd fish, like little ones are 2 or 3, but some of the F1s were like 3 pounds. So it's lovely when you can get them that size. And then down the edge, 2.5 hours to go, loose pot, full pot of ground bait. I filled one of these right to the top. Potted that in and just fed one of them again after every 15 minutes, just to get lots of bait down there. It is deep down the edge, 4.5 foot, but I just think the carp tend to come in and feed. You can catch them doing it. I'm not sure why, but whether there's like less fish coming than like other fisheries, but it was certainly pretty good down there today. But maybe the depth gives them confidence, so they feed really aggressively. So I fed that every 15 minutes and kept trying it, and every time I went on it, it caught a perch, just put another one in. It's really aggressive. Fed a few dead maggots as well, and then with like an hour to go, my shallow line sort of died off. I needed somewhere to go, dropped in, and then I've caught about 10 carp I think in the last hour. Some big ones as well, some right big units. Just fishing. This is the rig. No, not that one. Here. So it's one of the carp powers from Guru, the Aventus pole. Really strong, really thick, not broke one. I've literally been putting this into some shapes today. I was landing 10 pounders in no time just by giving the fish a lot of stick, but when you're fishing for a big weight, you've got to be done. That's the Preston 19 Dura slip, that is. Brilliant elastic. My go-to for carp now. It's not as strong as you think. It is quite soft. Like F1s will pull plenty out, especially once you've used it a few times. It softens up. Nice sturdy 4x16s carpy float. Big thick bristle. 09, no, this is 022 mainline. So when I've got all my carp rigs on 022 end gauge, they've just got a bulk shot about 5 inches from my float, from my hook length, from my hook, sorry. All number 8s and one number 9 just to shot it up proper. 4-inch hook length. It's about 4 foot deep, so you could get away with a 6-inch hook length probably. Don't think it matters too much. And it's just a pre-tied Kaizen size 12 to 017 cut down to 4-inch. Nice big up. Kaizen, so reliable. They never straighten. They never, like, you never have a bother with them. I just think they're really, really strong hooks, especially when you're putting like 10 maggots on the hook. They're brilliant. Anyways, that's the rigs really, and that's how it's gone. Last hour, when I caught a fish, just put another pot of ground bit on top, went straight over the top, and every time I caught one, I just did the exact same, another full pot right over the top, and that's how I did it. But what I'll do, try and catch a fish. I think, oh yeah, I've ended up with 184 pound, which won canal, so I've got the 1 point, which is brilliant. And I think it's won the match overall, possibly. I don't know 100%, but Andy Mann's won the pit with 164 from peg 12. And then I'm not sure what's, Bell's fish really hard, so it's only weir that I don't know about, but it's a big weight for weir that, so we'll have to wait and see. But possibly a match win, but definitely a 1 point for the first day of the festival. So really, really pleased with that, chuffed a bit. I've had a mega day's fishing, it's just gone exactly how I hoped. Shallow, and then caught in the edge with some big carp. So Steve Openshaw's been second in my section, behind me, well next to me, been on peg 8. He's caught to the pads, nice and steady all day, just no carp unfortunately for him. But I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll move the camera to around there, go down the edge, see if we can hook one, talk you through what I was doing, and then we'll call it a day. So yeah, catch you in a minute. Right, so let's try and catch one. So all I was doing, some ground in a cup, sort of like, I don't know, third full, try to make a little ball. Plonk it in the cup. I'll just put the ball in after every fish. Plonk. If there wasn't many fish in the peg, I'd just put it in loose. If I felt like there's a lot of fish there, which there is now, I'll put it in a little ball, but it totally depends. Just put a bunch of maggots on the hook. Stuck like, you know, 8, 10, something like that. Just keep putting them on until your hook's full. Size 12 Kaizen can take quite a lot. If you hook them through the point of the maggot, then yeah, there we go. And then pull my rig tight into the bank. Let's see if we can catch one. That didn't take too long, did it? I don't think it's the biggest fish in the world, but might even be an F1 this. Oh, a small carp. 19 Jews, yeah, little small carp. What's that? 2.5, 3 pound. Just shows it's got a lot to it. Decent ground bait. If you're on the right peg with a bit of space, then you're going to catch. See if we can catch one more actually. Tell you what I'll do. Bait my hook up. That down there. Going to put a loose ground bait in. And draw some fish in the peg. Just the ground bait I've used is green swim stim and marine halibut, just mixed together, a bag of each. Dead wet. Just keep adding water so it's just really like soaking, so it's dead heavy, so it sinks straight to the bottom. When you put it in loose, you want it to fire straight to the bottom. And then just hold your rig up, get it tight into the bank. There you go. There's another one, literally probably took less than a minute, so that fish. Don't think it's a monster, but we'll have this one to finish. It's been a cracking day, absolutely loved it. One of them dream days where you just catch a fish or chuck, doing whatever you want to do. Another tiny one. But doesn't matter about the size. Another stunning Weston Pools carp. If you haven't been to Weston, honestly, could not recommend the place more. Super friendly, get loads of bites. Yeah, sometimes the fishing's a little bit tougher. It's not somewhere you'll go and catch £500, but I mean, I've caught 180 today. We've definitely got the chance of catching 200 sometimes, but it's a lovely venue where it's a nice steady £150 day a lot of the times to win the match. Dead friendly people. It's just a cracking venue. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a like, give it a comment. Let me know what you want to see. I'll try and do some more before the end of the summer, but I thought while I was staying on site, it'd be a good chance to do a little video. Sometimes I'm just too busy to stay and hang about. Well, I'll just jump in the video for a second then, and I thought I'd just take the opportunity to talk you through what happened on day 2. So thankfully, day 1 was a section win and a match win, because Andy Mann happened to be second in the match with 160 odd pound off the pit. So I'm really pleased with that. Ended up going on and drawing peg 8 on Weir on the second day. A brilliant peg. That's right in the middle of the lake, sort of open water. Pegging either side, so I didn't have any extra space, but I felt confident that if I could sort of have a £150 day, I might have enough to win the festival. That's what I hoped anyways. I had James Howarth in my section on a good peg with a bit of space. Well, I wouldn't say it's a good peg, but when you've got a bit of space on that lake, with the carp feed, you can have a really good day. So he was on peg 4, but he had a spare peg either side, so I knew he would be a hard man to beat. So I knew I had to get my head down and really concentrate if I wanted to win this festival. I started on corn short. Christian Jones put me on that the day before. I spoke to him the day before, he put me on that. He sorted me out some information, so thanks to Chris and Key. They always are good men for information at that venue. So I spoke to them, tried corn short. It didn't really work out that well. Had 2 carp on it, but it was a way of spending a bit of time where I fed my shallow line for like half an hour. So I left it half an hour, feeding casters at about 13 metres. Just reasonable pouches, sort of maybe 20-30 casters twice, feeding plenty bait. Probably went for about 6 pints on the day. Just that's really important. Feed plenty bait. If you go with sort of 3 or 4 pints on a venue like that, you're not going to be able to compete because people are just going to steal your fish. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to do that sort of caster shallow, maggot shallow approach, you need to have plenty bait with you. It's a 10 pint bait limit, so 6-7 pints you can get away with easy because you only got a bit of corn and a few dead maggots for the edge or something other than your casters, and a few worms for the hook, so you can easily get enough bait within the limit. So then I fed that caster line, went on it, and it was absolutely solid, to be fair. Looking out onto the water, I could see that the fish were actually visibly my peg. The water level was a little bit clear. It must have been a little bit clear because I could actually see the fish feeding when I fed my casters, seeing like an odd dark shape. So I had a good feeling about getting a good run. So when I went on it, I caught really steady for maybe an hour, 2 hours. I had to come off it at one point. I had a truck on the bottom, had a carp, just to feed it back up for 10 minutes and drop back on, and it was great again. Just nice and steady, but the F1s were big. You might catch an odd carp as well, a few small F1s and stockies, and then you'd get a big 3 or 4 pound F1, or you might get 3 or 4 of them in a row, which really boosted my catch rate. Probably caught like 150 pound shallow or something like that at least. So really, really nice day. I fed some ground bait in the edge, it's the exact same as I've spoke about in the video so far. And I caught some big carp, including one which went 15 pound 4 ounces it went. Absolute unit of a carp. Nearly broke me twice, out at 60 metres, locked out, and then it came back luckily. And yeah, that sort of finished my day. Just caught some carp in the edge. My shallow line drifted away from me in the last hour, but I kind of just got my head down because I knew you catch 2 or 3 carp, they could go 30 pounds. So come the weigh in, me and Phil Coventry helped weigh, partner in crime. Phil's fantastic guy, loves these festivals, so it's always good to see him and all the other lads. He weighed it in with me, and James Howarth ended up weighing 199 pounds. He caught some really big carp in the edge late on. He said he had maybe 100 pounds in the last hour, loads of big fish, and then luckily for me, my big 15 pounder helped me out because I weighed in 214 pounds to win the match. So I snuck the lake window ahead of James,
So that got me the 1 point, and then I won the match as well again on the second day. So over the moon. That meant I won the festival on 2 points. Well done to all the other framers. I've made this video is a little bit behind the festival, so I can't remember off the top of my head every single one on the lads who framed. So well done to everyone who framed. I think I picked up about 800 quid for that, so it was a phenomenal little pickup for 2 days. A little bit of money in the kitty to keep it going fishing, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. Weston Pools is a must try if you haven't been there before, and I can't wait to go again next time. So I'll let you finish off watching the video, and then I'll see you on the bank sometime soon.
But yeah, thanks for watching and tight lines.